Hello, this is Richard Loner Strategy Games. In this video, I'm going to take a look at Distant Worlds 2 and make a recommendation based upon my experience with it. When I make recommendations, I like to keep in mind things like, is it something I want to play? If I paid 50 bucks for it, do I think I'm going to get 50 bucks worth of entertainment out of it? How good are the graphics, user interface? How good's the soundtrack and sound effects? And most importantly of all to me is how immersive is the game. So with all that being said, I think I'll get started. And by the way, I thought I'd mention that I bought this game at full price, so there's no bias by me getting a free copy of the Evaluate or something like that. One thing that tells me a lot about the game is the game setup screen itself. So there's a lot of options in this one. You can set galaxy shape, number of stars in the galaxy, the density, the size, anywhere from small. Oh, it won't let me go small for this for 2,000 stars. So you can set up some really huge games, and it's even got safeguards put into it so that you can't make an idiot out of yourself, which I'm good at doing anyway. You can set things like galaxy expansion, you know, whether you're pre-warp or not, tech level. The thing I like about this is you can change the research visibility and the research pathing. I like to have all projects visible and fixed research paths, especially when I'm playing the first game. It just makes it a little easier for me to learn it. So it gives you that option before you start the game, what you want to set that to. And you can get a lot more variety if you do random research paths. That way they won't always be the same. So good variation there. Threats, once again, pirates, how often they occur, what their strength is, how close they are to you, whether they stay dead or respawn. Colonization, there again, there's a lot of settings here. So there's a lot of good stuff. Races, right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 playable factions. I played as the humans and the Bosquera, and I've enjoyed them both. Each race has its own personality, as you can see here, and their own colonization modifiers, what worlds they like to colonize. Bosquera, which is the one I'm playing right now, don't have a whole lot going on for them. Just that they're aggressive, and they get some bonuses for their weapons research, things like that. And I want to play an aggressive, nasty race in one game, so that's where I'm at now. Next, you can name your empire if you want to. Choose the empire flag, the colors, and things like that. So, starting position. You can set the tech level, expansion, starting, which is where you start with a small empire or go to old, where you have a well-established colonies and lots going on. Might be a tough place to start as a new player. You can even choose other empires. So overall, lots of really good stuff to start the game with. One thing I think this game's really got going for it is the graphics. They're detailed, colorful. I mean, you can zoom right into where the pirate raiders are when they're attacking a mining base and watch the combat in all its glorious detail. Pretty good. Then you can zoom out with no problem at all. So, and like I said, the graphics are very colorful. I like it. The user interface for such a complicated game is really well laid out. It's a strip of icons at the top of the screen, and it's pretty logical. Starts out with your empire, goes across to diplomacy, characters, colonies, exploration, resources, ship construction, research, military and civilian ships. And when you click on one of these, it brings up a sub-menu with more detailed information like economy, bonus funding, maintenance, automation. That's one that I really like. You can get down and really fine-tune things. You can set things like colonization to be fully automated, or suggest and execute. So if you want to see what's going on but don't necessarily want to take the time to approve the order that happened, or just have the advisor give you a suggestion, or you can go fully manual. And you can do colonization, ship construction, base construction, all kinds of things. And you've also got exploration that can be customized, colonies and tax rates, automated or manual. So a lot of things. And the thing that's really great about this is the game will let you can let the game play itself while you learn it. And as you get more interested in things, you can take them over manually. And me, I like three aspects of a game. I like the research, I like the military, and I like the exploration. In this game, I found that I wanted to do the research first and let the exploration be handled by the AI. But a very well laid out user interface. You just click it again to dismiss it. So I really like this interface. This user interface is pretty good. Since I mentioned research, I want to get into that screen because this is one of the things that I really like. This is got a ton of research, and I've got it set so that everything's visible. I just like to plan my stuff out. This is an in-process game where I'm playing as Boscarans, or whatever they are. I'll butcher all these names as I go along. But there is just a ton of research options here, very colorful, very laid out, very well laid out also. I can go out and I can plan things out to the nth detail if I want to. And there is just storage and transport, exploration and colonization. If there's any complaint I would have, it's just overwhelming. But that would really be a minor, very minor complaint. But as I scroll through this, you can see there's just lots of categories and lots of things to look at. And if you're unsure what to do, you can hover over an icon and it'll bring up more than enough information to make a judgment call. If you want to queue that, just click it and you pay the cost and it sticks it in the queue. And then if you want to make this a crash program, just click it again. It costs you a lot of money, but if you're in a bind and really want something done fast, you can do that. So very efficient, very well laid out research tree. Something I was first going to complain about until I looked a little closer was something about the research screen. It's pretty overwhelming, and that's great. There's so much variety. But I noticed they've got a set of filters over here, so you can jump to weapons if you want to, or you can jump to the hyperspace tech, or you can jump to the command crew and medical systems. Really, that's pretty handy because without a way to filter this or jump to things like this would be really hard to manage. So I like that also. I set this up as a large galaxy, and when I'm zoomed in, there's my home world. But when I zoom out, I can see what a minuscule empire I really have compared to what's available. You can just zoom in. Here's the universe, very huge and dynamic compared to where I'm at. And I've just run into one empire so far, so very large, and this would take me forever to get through. It'll be fun. I do have one minor complaint, and the soundtrack's good in this game, but some of the sound effects leave a little bit to be desired. Like this one with the space monster, I think it's the Garlax. The sound effects with this one are just totally annoying, and they grate a little bit. So a minor complaint, but something that could be better. Overall, do I think the game is worth it? Would I recommend it? Yes. I think it's a little pricey for a game, but do I feel cheated by the money I paid for it? No, not really. I think it's well worth the entertainment I get out of it. It would have been more of a bang for my buck if it would have been like $5 or $10 cheaper, but that's okay. I was still willing to pay the price, and I think it was worthwhile. So overall, it's a great game. I like to play it when I can. So it's a solid recommendation. So this is Rich from Loader Strategy Games. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.